Caroline, welcome to the Roxhill 10 to 1. How
Hello,
are we?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
No, lovely. Perfect. So just to crack on, let's remind everyone about who your target audience is.
Of course, yeah. So Essential Retail was set up to address technology issues within the retail industry specifically. So we have a lot of retail, obviously reading the magazine, but also in hospitality and leisure industries as well. The typical, it's a bit difficult to describe the typical reader because they do range from C-suite CEOs of such companies all the way through to product managers, head of CRM, e-commerce managers, social media, those kinds of guys. And in recent months, we collaborated with a retail design magazine, so we're writing more about design nowadays as well.
Lovely. Now, obviously, the industry you're writing about has been massively affected over the last few months. How has it affected you and your day-to-day business, and what have you been doing differently since the lockdown?
Of course. Well, apart from working from my dressing table instead of an office with all of our colleagues, day to day, it's just been incredibly busy. I think the retailers out there that we write for are just desperate for information, like you and I are about our lives as well. Everyone just wants to know what's going to impact day-to-day living. So our stats are going through the roof, which is obviously great for us. So I just wish it was in nicer circumstances. Day-to-day, I suppose we're writing quite a lot more news. My day always ends by following the daily briefing every day, just in case there's a question asked about the retail industry as well. So quite a bit of change, really.
And in terms of the communication for the PR industry, have you seen that increase over the last couple of months?
I wouldn't say it has increased, to be honest. If anything, I feel like some of the PR people have gone a bit quiet. I don't know if that's a case of people have been furloughed or things like that. But we'd like to hear more from people if possible.
Lovely. And what can you tell the PR industry as to what you would actually like to hear from them? Because obviously there's been a lot of the same going across the board. So what can they bring to you that's different?
Yeah, definitely. So what we're always desperate about pre-COVID and during COVID and post is always to have customer case studies. And look, I know that's not the easiest thing to always have, is to have end users being able to, tell people how they're using the technology that the vendors are selling. I realize that is hard, but it is the number one thing. If you come to me with a retailer using some type of solution, the likelihood is that we will probably run that story if we can get some time with the retailer. So that is the number one for us. We also do we accept comment pieces. So at the moment we're looking at reasons why trends and such that are impacting the retail industry. Just if you come with me with a comment piece, number one rule is don't make it a how-to. Your client thinks that such and such should be done. Make it opinionated. The whole point about the comment section or an op-ed is to ensure that it is an opinion. So, don't sit on the fence, choose a side of the fence and write 600 words on it.
Perfect. So, and also, are you looking to do, more online interviews or, as we like to call them, sort of virtual coffee, briefings, etc.?
Yeah, would love to do that. Personally, I find it quite strange. My week has suddenly changed from being out of the office more days than I'm in to being at my laptop 9 to 5 along with everybody else. So it'd be lovely to have check-ins and have a virtual coffee, and it just breaks up the day a little bit. And also the reason why I was out of the office quite a lot before COVID was that I found that that was the way I sparked ideas, and we got feature ideas. And even if it was just a non-briefing conversation, it's just it's a good way to keep the brain going and come up with new innovative solutions.
Lovely. Now, you did mention earlier that you're obviously writing a lot more at this moment in time. Are there particular times of day or days of the week that it's best to try and contact you?
Probably afternoons. So in the mornings, we're all hands on deck. Myself and my colleague James trying to get the news up and running. Our newsletters go out on a Monday and a Wednesday, so it's all. But every day of the week, we're obviously news heavy in the morning. So yeah, maybe drop an email in the afternoon if I'm not hosting a webinar or recording our Retail Ramble podcast. Yeah, we'll try and get back to you.
Lovely. Now you just mentioned. I was going to ask you about what other kind of content you're producing. So you're actively into webinars?
Yes, yeah, we are, and it's obviously a commercial outlet for Essential Retail, but we do also have editorially run webinars. So they happen on a Thursday afternoon. Suddenly there's quite a lot of demand for those, as you can imagine, as it's more difficult to get face-to-face with people at the moment. So yes, I'm constantly looking for speakers on those within the retail industry, and also analysts and consultants and such to be able to share their views on webinars, and equally on the podcast as well. So our podcast has been running for quite a few years now. We're almost on episode 150, and that's weekly. That goes live on a Tuesday lunchtime. So during obviously the situation that we're in now, we're recording online. And we're constantly looking for people to speak on that as well.
Yeah, so you said that goes live on Tuesday lunchtime. So when are you actually doing the recording?
Well, at the moment, I'm so sorry if it's interrupting it at the moment, but I've got building work right outside my door, which is rather stressful. So actual recordings are happening either at 7:30 in the morning or after 6 p.m. at night, due to trying to keep the sound quality as good as possible. But yeah, we can be quite flexible days-wise.
Lovely. And on the webinars, are they one-to-ones, or have you got a number of different people?
We tend to keep them one-to-ones, maybe 1-to-2s. But yeah, especially during COVID, as we're just working out what works best for the quality and the types of conversation, we're trying to keep them one-to-ones.
Mm-hmm. And it was in the retail industry, there's lots of events and stuff like that, etc. Mm-hmm. How have they been affected?
We've seen a lot more virtual conferences. We co-hosted one ourselves a couple of weeks ago, and we've got another one in the pipeline later on in the year. So we are seeing more virtual conferences coming up, and that it's helpful. That's where a lot of our content would come from. Mm-hmm. So I am missing virtual events. I'm also our newest member of the team joined the week of lockdown, so we literally handed him his laptop and sent him on his way, James. So yeah, I'd really appreciate if anyone in the industry just wants to say hi to him. He's new to retail and tech. He's doing an amazing job. But whereas at this period of a new starter joining would be maybe coming along to a lot of the meetings that I've been going to, coming to after work drinks, even just the social side of things, it's been really hard for him, obviously, to get stuck into that side of the industry. So yeah, I'd really appreciate if anyone wants to just give him a friendly email.
Yeah, so definitely. So one of the big takeouts is please contact James.
Yeah, as well. That was me. Don't leave me behind.
No, of course not. But as you say, he's new.
I like to be social as well.
Hear from people.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's lovely. I think it's very kind of you to give us your time today, and we wish you all well, and we look forward to catching up in the next few months.
Thank you very much.